The episode starts out where it left off last week. Kenya and Apollo was talking, and when Phaedra and Candace came in from the buffet, Candace was like, "Oh shit, somebody finna kick off their shoes and relax their feet." And Phaedra was like, "Now what's going on over there?" Phaedra walks over there. She goes, "Hello, hi, remember me, your wife, your baby mama, Apollo, Negro. What's your problem?" He's He's starstruck, darling. He's starstruck. He don't know what to do. He don't know what's going on. Kenya's like, "Oh, hey, bitch. Hey, whore. How are ya?" Phaedra's not playing. She's upset and she's pissed. "I hate you so much right now. Come on, Khalees." She's pissed. Understandably. But then again, you don't know the situation. She's walking into there and she thinks that something might be going on, but it just looks bad and it's just awkward because she don't like Kenya. And, she knows Kenya's intentions, or she thinks she do, and she knows that her husband is pretty unpredictable. Basically, Apollo ended up saying, "Oh, it's nothing. We was just shooting the shit, just talking. We was dipping our cigars and having a moment, darling, and sipping our champagne and all that." And she wasn't buying it. And then that's when Bigfoot Lanithia came in and Portia Law, and that was Apollo's way of getting out of that situation. Apollo got his ass up so quick. He was like, "Oh no, God, that's my situation. Hey, Lanithia. Hey, bitch. Hey, Portia. How is everything?" And Apollo walked back over there to where Toddy and Miss Peter was, and also Miss Lawrence. Kenya starts to talk to Miss Lawrence. Phaedra's upset. She's going back to the hotel room. All of a sudden, she got the piss, and she's upset, and she's scared, and she's nervous, and she don't want to hear it. So, Lanithia and Portia. No, first of all, uh, yeah, Lanithia and Portia. They starts to talk to Apollo about the whole thing. You should, respect your woman. You should respect your partner. No matter what y'all was doing, maybe y'all wasn't doing anything, but it just looks bad, and you should respect her feelings. You shouldn't be talking to Kenya. Y'all history, yada yada yada. Phaedra, she's at the hotel door right now, and this girl can't get in because she ain't got the key. How they don't have their own damn keys at this resort? Like, I don't get that. How she don't have the room key? But whatever. And Apollo was like, "Well, shit, I don't know how the hell you gonna get in, bitch. I ain't got the key. What you want? What you want me to do? I ain't got the key. This ain't my damn trap." Twirl is back talking with Lawrence. Kiki ended up having a good old time, and that's when Portia and Nene started, throwing shade at Kenya, at Twirl, and Kenya was just like basically paying it dust. A little later on, they cut the scene to, damn, let me take a sip. I've been talking a while. Still got it. I'm a lamb, by the way. Mariah Carey. Shouts out to her. So it's Cynthia, Miss Lawrence, Twirl, and Miss Peter. They're all on the beach luxuriating, darling. They all look great. Cynthia has on her bathing suit. She got rid of them fibrosis tumors, fibroid tumors. And she's snatching, she's feeling herself. She's feeling very top model esque. She's doing it, darling. She's doing it. Kenya's in her some skimpy swimsuit. Kenya's body is banging, whether it's artificial or not. Lawrence has on this nasty, what was it? Was it a curtain? It was an old nasty dress, this old scarf swoop. It was a moment. It was a moment, darling. It was a moment. And Apollo, and not Apollo, Peter was like, "Oh, you look beautiful. You look great." I was like, "Wow, you really look beautiful." Yep. Peter's coming on out that closet. Come on out, Peter. And Miss Lawrence making jokes. Oh, Kenya and Apollo's friendship is like Angelina and Brad Pitt. Everybody knows the whole story. Basically, Angelina came up and swooped Brad Pitt off from under Jennifer Aniston like a damn eagle, and he was the rat. And they since then the rest is history. They done had 20,000 kids from all over the world, and yeah, and that was kind of shady, but whatever. All of them are shady. Apollo had to do something to redeem himself, didn't he? Because he was in shitty water at that point. Phaedra was very upset. You can tell she was irked. She didn't know whether to accept Apollo's apology or hit him in the eye. She was upset. She was pissed off. Apollo he's not all the way there in the head, and Phaedra's just sick of it. She's sick of Kenya's flirting with him, but she needs to realize that Apollo is a grown-ass man. And at the end of the day, you have absolutely no commitment to Kenya. You have no commitment to her. Fuck her. Like, you're not there for her. You need to check your man at all times. Kenya is playing a character. Kenya is playing it up. Kenya's getting camera time. Kenya's trying to be the star of the show. Kenya's acting a fool. Kenya don't want Apollo. She's just acting like she does because she knows it irritates the shit out of you because she don't like you. It's simple, Phaedra. I think maybe she's starting to get it. So anyway, Apollo talks to Candace, and Candace and Apollo, they have this little party for Phaedra. She's turning 30 something, she didn't want to say, which is understandable, I guess. I don't understand it because I don't see what's the big deal with it. Can somebody explain to me in the comments below, like, why does it seem like people, particularly women, have an issue with saying their age? I don't understand that. I mean, hell, if you look good, you look good. I think Phaedra looks good, whatever age she is. But she's 30 something. I predict along the mid 30 range. So they have this party. Everybody comes, of course. Everybody looks great. Cynthia's a bad bitch. Kenya's a bad bitch. They have this piñata for Phaedra. And she's hitting the piñata, but she's not hitting it hard enough. So Portia was like, oh, bitch, you need some motivation, Kelly Rowland. You need some inspiration. And Portia takes the stick out of Phaedra's hand, or she takes the stick that was over to the side, and she starts hitting the hell out of that piñata. She was thinking about Cordisha. She was upset. She was scared, and she was nervous, and she was having flashbacks, and it was just a mess. And so Portia was able to bust open the piñata. And lo and behold, normally in piñatas it's like candy. But in this piñata, it had a couple of pieces of Jolly Ranchers and lollipops and things. But in this piñata, it had condoms in it. And I didn't get to look and see if it was Magnum or not. I don't understand. Who put who? Yes, bubbly. Who puts condoms in piñatas? What do they do that at? I guess they thought that was funny or something. I don't know. But that wasn't funny. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Did y'all get it? Let me know below, y'all. So, like, the hell happened? Sorry about that. If it just blacked out right now, sorry. So, it goes on to the next scene. And this scene is when it really starts to get good. This whole episode was good, but it's getting ready to get real It's getting ready to get straight ignorant. And that's what we love about the Housewives. That's what we love about all these reality shows. Let's keep it real. When nobody watches shit, if these women was getting along and dancing in the rain and shit, nobody would watch that. So Kenya arranges this whole little setup. Everybody was like, this is kind of reminiscent of the Pillow Talk, that disaster of an event that Nene had. And Kenya walks in twirling and all in her glory, and she looks great. And she was like, well, I wanted to reenact the whole Pillow Talk. Everybody's looking around like, really? Cynthia's like, we tried to forget the whole Pillow Talk thing. Like, why are you trying to reenact it again? We don't like it. We don't like it. Like, stop it. What are you doing? I don't know. Bitch, deal. You're here. This is my trip. You're going to do what I want you to do. Boop. The girls are a little upset. They're a little annoyed. And so she has the whole, the same way that Nene did, pulling questions out the hat or whatever. And Portia got the first question. And she goes, the question was, do you like it, basically saying, do you like it rough or do you like to make love? Talking about sex, of course. Portia was like, oh, well, I like it rough. But most of the men, like older men that I done been with, they like it, they like to make love. They like it more slow. I like Portia. I think she's harmless. I think she's very, very cute. And she has a banging body. But she's definitely one of those people that just throws random thoughts out there and says it out loud. She don't really think about a lot of stuff that she says. I don't think that she's stupid at all. She could possibly be playing it up for the cameras as well, just like Kenya. But yeah. Why did she say that? Nene read that girl for filth. She got in that ass. She got in that ass. She got in that ass. I felt so bad for Portia. I really did. Nene was like, oh, I can't believe you said that. And of course, Miss Peter, because he wants to hold the peach, he came in and he was like, what the hell is your problem? And I don't like what you did. And did he say I don't like what you did? Yeah, he did say that. He was like, what the hell is your problem? I'm an old man. I'm 53 and I like it rough. I'm buff. I'm this. I'm that. Yada, yada. Shut the hell up, Peter. They just read into Portia's ass. The next question was Nene. Nene was like, her question was, is there a couple here that annoys you? Nene says yes. Actually, Portia's comment annoyed me. She was like, I can't deal with the ignorance. I can't deal with the ignorance. Like, you've never said anything ignorant, Nene. Bridesmaid. I think there's a letter missing. Something. Don't you think? So, Nene just read into Portia. She was looking like she was gonna cry. It's an ignorant ass comment. And then, of course, Peter jumped in and said something else. Just a mess. And Todd I actually like Todd. Todd came in, he defended Portia. He was like, look, you can school me. I don't mind you schooling me, but it's all about how you talk to me and how you, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. Come on with it. Damn it. And he's absolutely right about that. Like, I don't mind somebody older talking to me and giving me advice and, schooling me on different things, but you're not going to talk down to me like you're so much better than me. At the end of the day, I'm still an adult. If I give you respect, you will give me respect. You're not going to do this to me and talk down to me like you're my mother. Absolutely not. No. So I understood where Todd was coming from, and Todd was the only one that came to Portia's defense, surprisingly. So I guess the other girls felt the same way that Lanithia did, Bigfoot Nene. So after that, I know this is a long review, you guys, but there's so much shit that happened on here, and I just want to get every single detail because this episode was everything. I think the next question went to Miss Lawrence, and it was something like, how would you feel if your man or whomever cheated? Something of that nature. And basically, he was like, he was in a relationship with the guy, and he cheated, and he knew about it, and he was okay with it, and he also cheated and did his own thing. Kenya ended up agreeing with him, saying that people cheat, nobody's perfect, you should expect it, all men cheat, yada yada. Apollo, not surprisingly, agreed with them and was like, yeah, I know men cheat or whatever. If she was saying if Phaedra was able to go out and cheat with somebody, as long as she was safe, I would be cool with that. Of course, Phaedra wasn't having it. She was just sick of the whole shenanigan. She was sick of everything. And she had a lot of built up anger throughout this whole episode. I can tell. She was sick of Kenya. She was sick of fucking Apollo, and everything. So she was like, this is fucking ridiculous. I feel like she was like, if you're going to cheat or be whorish or loose in the ass, then you should be single. And I agree. If you are gonna, be all crazy and listen, everybody has to have their moment in time. Time after time. Come on, Cyndi Lauper. Everybody has to have their time to be whorish and party in the USA, Miley Cyrus, and get it in and have their moments. But when you're married, that's a commitment, You're there to just be with me. I'm your desire. I'm your fantasy. I'm your everything. Why should you have to cut out on me? And Nene agreed, and Gregory agreed, and everybody agreed with what he was saying, with what Phaedra was saying, besides Apollo, Miss Lawrence, and Twirl. Cut to Kenya. She dismissed the boys back to her room, along with Miss Lawrence. And so and the guys are in their own little separate, their own little clubhouse. And Kenya Moore is down. Kenya Moore is talking to the girls. And basically she was like, I want to address a lot of shit. I don't want to bring all this shit back to South Carolina. Why did I say South Carolina? Probably because it's where I'm from. I'm not thinking South Carolina. She didn't want them to bring all that drama back to Atlanta, Georgia. How about that? And she wanted to clear the air and get everything solved, which, of course, it's never going to be solved. So she talks to Lenethia first. And she goes, well, what's going on with you and Marlo and me? Like, are you mad at me? Are you mad at Marlo? What's the issue? What's going on? Lenethia didn't want to talk about it. No. Edit that out, darling. Edit. She didn't want to talk about that at all. And Candy was like that Nene is a big ass hypocrite, which she is. She's always been. If it was somebody else, she'll be all up in the juice, all up in the drama. But since it's her, since the attention is on her, and it's not the type of attention that's necessarily what she wanted, she's gonna have an issue with that. And she don't want to talk about her drama. She can talk about everybody else and read everybody else, but can't nobody read her. Can't nobody get into her head and find out what's going on with her and all her different relationships with her friends. Nene is something else. Bigfoot Nene is hell, child. I'm so sick of that hair. I'm so sick of that hair. What is it? Does it walk? It has legs, darling. I'm sure. Bigfoot Nene is something else. So Nene didn't want to talk about it. All the girls didn't pressure her to talk about it either. They're scared of her. Like Sheree and Kimberly on Watch What Happens Live when Andy Cohen said, was it Sunday? Last Sunday. I believe it was last Sunday when they was on the show, and basically they was like, Nene knows who to challenge. Nene knows who she can pump down, who she can intimidate with her words and with her height. She knows who she can fuck with. And she knows that most of them girls she can punk, pretty much. You know, and with Sheree and Kimberly, she knew that she couldn't do that with them. You know, they have a history and they know Nene's weaknesses and they know that, they know how to stand up to Nene pretty much. And on this cast, pretty much to me, the only ones that seem like they can stand up to Nene is Candy and maybe Kenya, maybe. And Kenya's working Nene. Kenya's working this whole damn show. Kenya. Kenya's very smart. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's trying to get to Nene level, and soon she will be to Nene level because a lot of people's not feeling Nene anymore. Her attitude is straight up stank. She thinks she runs the world like Beyonce, and she doesn't. You can clean up for Beyonce. That's what you can do, Lanithia. Then Kenya Moore goes, and she's like, "Oh, well, let's just address the big elephant in the room, Phaedra." The shade of it all. Kenya has been trained by a legendary queen on how to read. Her reads and her shade is just so effortless. She's awesome. Kenya is hilarious. I swear. Sometimes. And Phaedra was like just looking at her like, come on, bitch, bring it. Kenya, pretty much starts to talk. What's your issue with me? I want us to clear the air. Phaedra was like, now look, bitch. Now I'm trying to be nice in the name of Jesus. Okay, but I'm getting ready to throw a Bible at you. Now I done told you to stay away from my man and stop talking to him. Damn it, I mean stop talking to him. And you keep talking to him. Me and my husband don't want to be your friend. Damn. Kenya's like, well, that's you, but don't speak for your husband. Phaedra was like, oh, yes, I can speak for my husband. It's my husband, whore. What you mean? What you mean, more whore? What you mean? It's my husband. How dare you? Kenya, or Kenya. Phaedra was like, bitch, I'm trying to think on whether I want to hit you in your eye or not. Kenya was like, well, that's not going to happen, twirl. That's not going to happen, twirl. They keep going back and forth. Nothing gets solved, of course. Little Portia actually gets up and she's upset. You can't defend nobody's marriage. Why are you even talking? Portia got hyped, and which Portia had every right to get into the situation. That had nothing to do with her because last week or the week before that, Kenya felt the need to poke her nose in Portia's business, her and Peter, about Portia's marriage at the table when they just got there. The damn food haven't even came yet, and they tore into Portia's ass. And Portia was highly upset and offended by that, which I get. So she had every right to jump into this because now it was Kenya's time to get grilled, and she jumped in her shit, so I'm finna jump in hers. Boop. I got that. And Portia definitely stands up for herself when she needs to, but it's just not at the right times all the time, and it's not with the right people. She should have been read Nene's ass. She should have been read Nene's ass a long time ago, and she should have been read Peter's ass a long time ago. Because they've just always, whatever. Edit that out, darling. Edit. So then pretty much Portia goes off in her rant. She has a temper tantrum. Kenya is digging in her ass. You're not this. You had an arranged marriage. You signed up to be his beard. Just reading that little poor girl, her filth, and poor thing. She looked like she was getting emotional and getting upset. But Portia was getting her back. She was doing what she could do, but you can't mess with Kenya when it comes to shade and reading. Nah. Now, in the meantime, the boys are having their little meeting. And now, mind you, when they was having the Pillow Talk Part 2 event that Kenya plan that I was talking about a few minutes ago, that Gregory said that he got something to talk to Peter about a little later on. He got something to talk to Peter about. And Peter just paid it dust and be like, okay, sir, whatever. So Greg starts to talk to Peter, and they're all sitting down. It's Miss Lawrence, Todd, Apollo, Peter, and Gregory. And they're sitting down sipping, and Peter and Gregory sitting right beside each other. He starts talking. Peter's like, no, Gregory's like, what's going on with you? I'm sorry, I'm a little. Oh, that's good. Peter starts talking. Like, what's going on? Greg was like, I didn't appreciate what you did to my wife. I don't like the way that you talked to my wife at the whole charity event that Kenya held. Peter's like, I don't know what the hell is going on. What are you talking about? And Greg was like, I didn't appreciate that. You got one more time to disrespect her, and I'm coming at you, son. I'm fucking coming at you with Pampers and Vaseline and Bengay and freaking arthritis pills. I'm coming at you, son. Greg was like, well, that's my friend. Peter was like, that's my friend, Greg, and I don't feel like I should be able to hold back. That's my friend, and she did something that I thought was disrespectful, yada, yada. But I will say, to Peter's defense, Nene did come up to Peter. And, then that's when they had the whole little argument about how Nene behaved at the charity event. But at the same time, Peter should have expressed his feelings about the whole charity event back when him and Cynthia was at home, or when they was in the car. Maybe he wasn't thinking how loud he was talking, that Nene would hear. But he knows that Nene is an up in your face, type of person. She tries to intimidate you. So maybe he should have kept his. Do y'all feel that Peter should have kept his comments to himself at the charity event? Or maybe he should have waited till he got back home, or what? Tell me what y'all think in the comments also about that. It starts to get really ugly with Peter and Greg. Greg starts to get real hype. Peter ain't trying to hear nothing that he's saying, basically saying Nene's my friend and I feel like I should talk to her. It's just a mess. Gregory gets up, he gets up in his feelings. And Peter was like, what you gonna do? This my friend. You should have said something a long time ago. Peter is a woman. And so he doesn't understand why Greg is coming at him as a man, that you don't disrespect my woman. So you don't understand that, because they're girlfriends. That's Nene is his girlfriend, You don't understand that. Peter and Gregory. That would have been an old nasty fight. Little Todd gets up. He's a little peacemaker. Little Todd. Poor little guppy, little squirt. He can't do nothing. And Apollo was like, well, look, shit, I'm not getting into no more fights. I done been through it this whole episode. I done been through it the last few damn episodes. I'm not having a pillow talk part 2 scuffle. No, we're not doing that, darling. We're not doing edit that out, darling. So Todd tries to break it up. He doesn't. Then that's when the ladies, they realize that the whole Kenya Phaedra thing is never over, probably, but they haven't gotten nothing solved, and they never will get anything solved. The girls run up there. Lenithia's like, what's going on? What's the issue? Gregory starts to talk to him meaning Nene, her, about it, and she's like, what's going on? Greg's like, I didn't like the way he talked to you. He's up in my face, yada yada. Nene, being the bully that she is, got all up in Peter's face. You ain't shit. You acting like a bitch. I done told you, I understand your position, but you didn't have to say that to me. Stay out of Peter. Just all up in Peter's face. Mind you, Cynthia's behind Greg, just looking. not saying anything to Nene. Cynthia, she has her little reads and her digs and her confessionals. And she can read some writing. Like, she didn't have a problem telling Candace how she felt about when Candace said she was going to quote unquote kill her. Did y'all hear when Candy, during that whole fight with Candy and Cynthia and her sister and Todd and Peter and all that at the pillow talk, did y'all hear one time Candace say that she would kill Cynthia? Because I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that not one damn time. Can't Cynthia, stop playing. You run your mouth and you start shit, and when the shit pop off, you play victim. Oh, I can't. Cynthia did absolutely nothing. Nene is disrespecting her husband to the T, to the fullest, and it was just awful to watch. It was freaking awful. I was like, wow. And this is your best friend, and you gonna sit here and let her talk shit to your husband? Greg is doing his part. He's defending his woman. I mean, he maybe should have said something then, but maybe it wasn't the time. It was at the charity event. They all should have kept their feelings in until they got home or the next day. Kitchen table talk, like I always say. This episode was freaking a mess. Cynthia, you need to get some balls, sis. Your best friend, the same best friend, Lanithia, that went on The View and said that is she really close to any girls on the show? And she said no. You should have been gotten Lanithia's ass a long time ago. Nene is a bitch. Everybody knows it but you. And nobody knows it but me. Come on, baby face. Cynthia, it's your call, sis. It's the ball is in your court. What are you going to do? Whose side are you going to take? Your best friend or your husband? Next episode, it definitely looks like that Cynthia's is going to have something to say to Lanithia. And let's just hope that it's the right thing. I really hope that, they get through the issue. But if they don't, oh well, because somebody needs to read Lanithia. She's a trip. She is a mess. She can say what she wants to say, and she can do what she wants to do, but can't nobody check her. Why is everybody scared of her? I don't understand that. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about my review below. And this is my second review on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I will be reviewing till this season is over. It's probably almost over, darling. It's almost over. I'm gonna be so upset. And also, I'm gonna be reviewing the reunion show as well, which is gonna be fun. No, the reunion is gonna be so good. Why am I talking about reunion? It's gonna be next week or something. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, darling. Subscribe. Yes, for more reviews. This was so much fun. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I know that this was a long video, but I really appreciate it if you guys like and comment and subscribe, like I said. And thank you guys for watching. I know this was kind of lengthy. I'll try my best to shorten it up, but when it's good, it's good. And when I have my sips, darling, I have my sips. And I'm just feeling it. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. And yeah, subscribe for more reviews and like and comment. And comment below all the stuff that I told you to comment. All the questions that I asked. Thank you so much for watching, darling. And I thank you. I like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at It's King's World.